nog een dark magic gaan doen ook.
Is that a lung? It takes a lot to make me ill, but this is getting there.
Oh. Whoops. Die had ik al gemist. Ik dacht dat was een standbeeld.
Imagine how the worms get used to this. Ugh, not the most glamorous task, is it?
Not very big, is it? Oh well. Now, cast the ritual from the book. Ha! We'll make a necromancer of you yet. You're not far now. Through the door and to the summit.
Op naar de summit.
There he is.
Begone, insufferable worms. I'm working as fast as I can. So, we meet in person at long last. You look taller in your projection. And not a moment too soon. If I had to inspect one more bloody soul gem, I'd have thrown myself from the tower. A fair question. I know things. Things that can help you. Here's a bit to whet your appetite. Menimarco isn't doing any of this to serve Molag Bal. His ultimate plan is to out-scheme the god of schemes. The Amulet of Kings is the key to everything. Why do you think he kidnapped Sai Sahan? He's tortured precisely. With the amulet at his command, Menimarco believes he can trap Molag Bal's essence and absorb his power. I'd love to discuss this further, but this is hardly the place. Get me to a safe haven and I will tell you the rest. That was our agreement, was it not? Now, let's...
Now, Than. No telling my secrets. Go to your room, Abner. I will deal with you shortly. Ah, dear Lyris. Your old position at the Foundry is still available. We'll even give you your own set of unbreakable chains. And you, the thorn in my side, the pebble in my shoe. How strong are you? Shall we test your limits? Infuriating. The process drains the energy from most victims, yet you keep fighting. Surprises me. But how much more can you take, I wonder?
Menimarco, you dare attack the Chancellor of the Elder Council. His power wanes, Vestige. Strike him down, while his attentions are on me.
How dare you betray me, Than? Your suffering will be legendary.
He will not remain discorporated for long. His consciousness will be adrift for a few moments, but that is all. Because Menimarco has delusions of godhood. He cares nothing for the Empire. He seeks only power. I've never done battle with him before. He's far more powerful than I imagined. Oh well, too late. First things first. We certainly can't.
You must be the ugliest princess ever rescued from a tower, Tharn.
I'm shocked your lack of education and repeated blows to the head haven't dulled your wit, Titanborn.
Hello again. Need a way out? I'll have that open in just a moment. Okay, Well, it's what I do. Come with you? You mean leave Cold Harbor? Well, I don't know. It's been a very long time since I've seen the world. Well, that's settled.
Meneer, ik had wel gewoon mee.
Into the chute, come on.
Chloe Waller, dat kan nooit goed zijn.
Quickly! I've opened another portal. Hurry!
My estates, my titles, my own life. It's all forfeit now. All in the name of preserving the Empire. I swear by all the gods, Manimarco will pay dearly for this. Of course, I am Abner Tharn. It will take more than a few brainless cultists to rattle these old bones. Now then, where were we? Ah, yes. Truth be told, I don't know the precise location, but I do know that he is Manimarco's prisoner, and that the King of Worms is trying to pry the location of the amulet from him. Now, before you lose your temper, let me clarify. I don't know precisely where he is, but I can find out. I'll just need a little time.
What? You son of a bitch!
Bam!
Ah! Are you insane? Get away from me, you brutish she-troll!
Lyris, stand down.
He's done nothing but lie to us from the beginning. I don't care what he says. He'll always be Manimarco's toady.
Please. Manimarco wants me dead. Did I pretend to capitulate to him? Yes, I did. Do you have any idea how many lives I saved by doing so?
The only thing you saved was your holdings in your own hide, you pompous ass!
Enough. Abner had no choice, Lyris. And we are guilty of our own deceit, are we not? The time has come for the Vestige to know the truth.
What's this? The Vestige doesn't know? Oh, this is rich.
Sire, don't.
Vestige, until now, you've only known me as the Prophet. But that is not my true name. I am Warden Aquilarius.
Our fallen emperor, in the tattered robes of a moth priest, blind as a newborn kitten.
I am sorry I deceived you, Vestige.
You are angry. It is to be expected.
I was once, but no more. My name is Warden Aquilarius. In truth, I feared you'd kill me where I stood if you knew who I was. You certainly wouldn't have allied with us so readily. I caused this, all of this. If Molag Bal destroys this world, the blame will be mine, and mine alone.
You must not blame Lyris. She did as I instructed. She's my sworn protector, but she is also your ally. You have my solemn promise, Vestige. When this is over, if you still judge me harshly, you can end my life. I will offer no resistance. We must find Saisahar. Everything depends on that. In this matter, nothing. Abner and I must confer. We will contact you again when we have more information. I did not foresee Abner's defection, but I welcome it. Manimarco fears him, and with good reason. He can help us. I feel certain of it.
Your inventory is full. Yay! Hetgene wat ik probeer te voorkomen.
We must find... In this matter, nothing.
Eerst aan de vent nog. Ik krijg dadelijk een update. Guardians Crystal 41, kijk. Was nou 42 of 48 dat ik die laatste kreeg die ik moest hebben.
You! Vaughn wants to speak to you. Go to the Daggerfall Mages Guild. Quick, quick!
Oké, dan gaan we in ieder geval verder met de questline. Dat is dan van de ene kant wel weer mooi.
My family has...
Dus de bank, daar hebben we niks aan.
Greetings.
Malak's jawbone.
Zo, ja, wat inventory space. Oh, wacht. Even kijken. Of hebben we die ongeluk weggedaan? Dagger training. Ja, ik wil wel doen, hè. Dat is nooit weg om die te hebben.
Malak's...
Dat mag niet. Oh, bij blacksmithing. Even kijken. Wat zal er gebeuren? Daar hebben we niks. Dat is goed. Hebben wij... Trading station. Zijn dat de enige twee hier? Enchanting. Dat is een jewelry crafting station. Oké. Dat zou hier ergens moeten zitten. Ik weet niet hier binnen, maar. Waar? Blacksmith's clothing. Clothing. Nou gek. Waar is de jeweler? Zal aan mij liggen. Dat is gewoon een van die huisjes natuurlijk. Extraction. Geocrafting. Research. Kijk, daar hadden we healthy. Hier hadden we... Waar staat jij? Ja. Dan hebben we die nog inderdaad. Dat is de arcade. Ik zal daar ook nog researchen. Wat kost meer inventory space? Inventory. Backspace kost 1000. Holy crap. Best duur. Dan krijg je 10 slots voorbij. Oké. Nou, verder met de koffer questline. Het zou wel heel mooi zijn als ik de hele questline achter elkaar kan doen eigenlijk. Kijk, ik moet een boekje in leggen. Laten we daar even naar kijken. Each guild level is long. Need more books.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
De destruction stuff had geleerd. Ondanks dat we die nodig hebben.
Yes, that's just in line with the third law of arcanodynamics. Excellent.
Ah, excellent. You got my message. Apparently that little creature isn't completely useless. Banekin can be such children. I hope you've nothing pressing. We could be here a while. I can't be strutting around the city wearing my imperial regalia, can I? Your concern about my fashion sense is touching but irrelevant. I've called you here for a reason. If we are to determine a course of action, we need more information. By now, it should be clear your prophet Emperor brought these catastrophic events upon us. Everything that transpired is his fault. Granted, Minimarco can be very persuasive and charismatic when he wants to be. We all believed him when he said we could change Varen's bloodline with the Amulet of Kings. You saved Varen's life when you rescued him in Cold Harbor. In return, he lied to you about his true identity and his part in causing the Soul Burst. He manipulated you from the very start. Perhaps the better question is, Varen wants to assemble a new group of companions in the vein of the original 5. Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his. Superstitious nonsense, but he is quite correct on one point. We need to find Sai Sahan. In the chaos following the Soul Burst, Sahan stole the Amulet of Kings and fled the Imperial City. We're going to need that relic, and he is the only one who knows its current location. He was captured by Minimarco's agents and taken to an undisclosed location. We need to find out where he's being held. Minimarco keeps his most secret documents at Norvalk, a hidden lair of Daedric cultists in the Stormhaven countryside. We must travel there and search for clues. Travel to Stormhaven's eastern reaches and look for the Norvalk ruins. I will be waiting for you inside. If I can... Don't sound so... Clivia.
Oké. Volgens mij is het goed dat we er even mooi leeg gemaakt hebben. Even kijken. Dat is deze bij zijn. Kijk erbij. Show on map. Set destination. Oh, dat is niet heel ver weg. Dit is de enige die we hebben. Oh, met die Rea nog praten nog steeds. Stormhaven. Is dit? Die zone heeft gewoon stop. Oké, fair enough. Quest vanaf Lam origineel, maar
you want to make some gold, Walker?
Somerset, maar above. Boven hier.
Ah, right on time. I'm joking, of course. Honestly, I feared you wouldn't come. Divination and prophecy yield few certainties. Still, this vision was clearer than most. You and I, this room, the scent of ale and wood smoke. Yes, this was meant to be. I'm afraid it's not as easy as that. I see a tangle of futures. A swirling mass of action and consequence. Every now and again, though, a specific moment strikes like a thunderbolt. Moments like this. Some dark entity stalks the oracles of Azura. Yes, servants of the Twilight Queen. My friends and I decipher visions of the future for other votaries of Azura. Unfortunately, something is abducting us one by one. Bring this crystal to Pariah Abbey. Our Rose Mother will tell you the rest. I do hope you'll hurry to Pariah all the time. Ha! I'm not sure. Too. Beyond, because you're annoying.
Okay. En ik dacht dat het einde van de questline was, maar het was dus niet. We zijn wel weer terug in Weerest. dus de wereld weer rond. Hier waren we bezig eigenlijk, officieel. Origineel. Oh ja. Niet echt een vasthouden in de buurt. Daar, maar een tering eind. En weer eens zijn we naartoe gegaan vanuit Somerset. Hier hebben we sowieso weer point. Ja. Ik denk hier een weekrestaurant dat ik nog wel even bezig ben straks. Wacht even, hier wil ik iedereen. Hier toevallig, of nemen we dat tegen hier? Oh ja, dat is van een boven. Ik ben trouwens wel benieuwd wat dat championing inhoudt straks. Dus we max level zijn. Hey, Beach Guild level 2. Woep, woep.
Seen a breach by our waterfall. Or maybe a flight of very wet stairs? Stairs are a bit silly, eh? Why not just flip gravity and fall up?
Alleen waar zit dat rift? Waterfall, stairs. Dus dat zal ook nog wel zitten dan. Zo, dat was gemist. Hoe zit dat? Nee, ook geen doet. Nou, tijd om de delve in te gaan.
This place smells worse than the harborage.
Is het sowieso een skyshaft in? Ben ik geweest? Weer een van mijn eerdere poppetjes.
King of worms? I can and I shall. Where is the amulet of kings?
You cannot break the will of a son of Yakuda. I spit on you.
So, Sai-Sahan is alive and he has not been broken. An important piece of the puzzle to be sure, but where is he being kept?
skill point erbij. Ja,
Shin El Adabar, the amulet of the Kings of Glory, an artifact of the Divines, a badge of office for the ruling emperors of Cyrodiil, and the key to my ascendancy. Yet it eludes me. Exploiting its power to bring about the calamity of our age was intoxicating. It made me aware of the limitless possibilities available to one strong enough and fearless enough to use it to achieve his own ends. The amulet has the power to create or destroy, but it also has the power to undo the damage caused by the soul burst, to mend the tear in the barrier between Nirn and Oblivion. I must recover it before some fool fixes that which must remain broken.
He knows of our plan to use the amulet to set things right. We must rescue Sai Sahan before he can be broken.
Black, blue, green, blue, yellow, red. Weer 4 scalpels, Jesus Christ. Ja, dat is eigenlijk zo'n goeie. Daar hebben we niet genoeg, denk ik 8 zijn. Even kijken. Van de swiftness, oh dat is 42, oké. Dat is dus nog 1 rank up. Dat valt dan weer mee. Niks wat ik momenteel kan. Snerig, bewaren we het wel. We hebben het straks vanzelf nodig. Jij doet pijn. Kost me zelfs een potion. Oké, helemaal geen gewone potions meer. Wel. Zo. Oké. Night Terror. Ik ken sowieso verkeerd wel. Wat is dit? Waar is mijn bestaan? Net zoveel. Discover. Ik geef een set die ik ken langzaam toch uit te doen. Stamina. Ga ik master heb ik nog niks meer van doen. Item. Geen extra hulp voor.
The Red Guard's iron will cannot be overcome with standard interrogation techniques. Physical tortures appear to be useless. I have therefore instructed the Daedra to move Sai Sahan into the halls of torment. The Duchess will be most pleased to have a new guest. His flesh is strong, but perhaps her tortures of the mind will break him. I have come too far to allow this upstart sword master to thwart my plans. I will find the amulet, one way or another.
This is the information we've been looking for.
Mm-hmm.
At last. Oh yes. It's Cold Harbor's most... It's an effective tactic. Of course I can. I am Abnathan.
Oh, ik mag zelf weer naar buiten komen. Oké. Altijd van die mages. Dat is zo goed voor een party zorgen. Even kijken. Waar de hel moet ik nou heen? Ja, terug naar dingen. Naar de Harborage. Zal dat wel zijn. weg.
The world is dark. My sweet wife is dead.
Please, anyone. The Countess needs help.
Please, listen to me for just a moment. It's very important.
Dus even dan vasthouden, dus even kijken of dat hetgene is wat we moeten hebben. Ik ga er wel vanuit. Is dat inderdaad goed gekocht?
An unexpected visit. What brings you back, Vestige? At last! Where can he be found? Well done. I will begin searching for a safe route to the hall. I tend to say that a river flows and we are slaves to its current. But I am done with riddles and metaphors. I don't know what awaits us. I'm not a prophet. When Tarn returns, we will combine our resources. We will find a path to these halls.
Oh, wat naar buiten lopen. Oké, oh, waar mijn ding zo'n schurkreet. Jij toevallig? Nee, net niet. Kijken of we weer een follow-up krijgen.
Message, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to rescue Sai Sahan.
En weer terug. Vraag me alleen af of die quest nu afhankelijk is van levels of hoe dat zit. Ik denk van de levels eigenlijk.
Put a cork in it, Tharn. Sai's my friend. Probably the best friend I have. If the vestige is going, I'm going too.
Yes, I see.
The time has come for another foray into Oblivion, Vestige. We have one last ally in need of rescue. Indeed, Abnathan and I have been meditating, scrying and poring over Manamako's notes, and at long last we've discovered the location of the Halls of Torment. Our friend has suffered unimaginable and unending. We have been able to clear a snap.
Oh, moeten we kiezen. Wat is wijsheid? Ik heb het gevoel dat er wat gaat gebeuren.
You look perplexed. What inscrutable riddles is Varen spouting now? Did he? What surprisingly good advice. Titanborn and I are more likely to kill each other than we are to help. The choice is yours. But I recommend choosing brains over brawn. I have valuable knowledge of the Daedra, and don't forget, I'm the mage. A very wise decision.
Go with that. Save Sai Sahan from the Halls of Torment.
Ik heb het gevoel dat er wat misgaat. Nou, dan kun je aan je champion levels gaan werken, Alt. Ik weet alleen niet hoe het in elkaar zit, want daar heb ik verder nog niet over gelezen of wat dan ook. Okay.
Where is the Amulet of Kings?
Oh ja, content heb je nog genoeg. Damn. Ik ben aan het questen en ik heb net Somerset eigenlijk klaar. En Stros Makai. Stros Makai was een heel klein eilandje. Die blok.
What's this? It looks like me.
Where is the
What
amulet
in
of
damnation
kings?
is going on
Tell
here?
me, or I'll gut you like a fish with your own sword. Slice them to ribbons!
Witness the deadly power of my dark sword sense.
Ow.
See how simple it is to be a sword singer, Sai?
Ow.
How touching. Your friends are here to save you. Pity they arrived too late. It's time for your next round of torture. You'll enjoy this one.
Well, that was unnerving. Can't say that I've ever had to kill a version of myself before, but I must say, even as an evil doppelganger, I'm a very capable opponent. They were a legendary group of Redguard sword masters, wiped out in the First Era by the Yokudan Emperor Hera. Sahan spent years trying to resurrect their ancient traditions, but failed utterly. He considered it his greatest failure. The torturers here are using Sahan's memories and darkest fears against him in an attempt to break his will. He and I were never close. In truth, I enjoyed mocking him. Oh, please, we're...
Ik zou willen dat je de mage guild kon levelen door gewoon van die boekenkastjes te lezen. Het hoeft niet veel XP te zijn, maar een beetje. Dat zou op zich niet heel erg zijn.
We appear to have some unwanted visitors in the halls of torment. Let's make them feel welcome, shall we? Your friend always had the opportunity to free himself. All he needs to do is reveal the location of the amulet of kings, and you can all be on your merry way. Enjoy your visit. You'll never leave the halls of torment alive.
Tell me where the amulet is, and we can be together forever, Sai. Isn't that what we both want?
Dat klopt wel eens heel leuk.
Where is the amulet of kings?
Where is the amulet? If you tell me, this will all be over. And we can finally be together. Intruders! They're after the amulet. Don't worry, my love. My sisters will deal with these pests.
She seems to be drawing power from those stones. Destroy them, quickly.
I'll protect you, my love.
From the side!
In jungle.
Circle around.
I'll kill them.
Turn aside.
I'll deal with them. You'll be safe here, my love.
Time to feast.
Beest.
Too late. Once again. Come, my friend. Time for your next session.
Vestige, hold a moment. Well, well, well. Wasn't that a charming little scene? I can't wait to tell Titanborn all about it. Are you as blind as your vagabond emperor? The first room was about Sahan's failures. This room is obviously an attempt to leverage his subconscious desires. So, our Redguard friend has a secret crush on the half-giant. A revolt. Please. Titanborn has all the emotional depth of a Frost Atronach. But who knew Sahan was that sentimental? I can only assume she...
Nou, laten we het maar meteen even doen. Zo, gaan we ervoor op de beweegteken. Die kan dat.
We don't get many visitors in the halls of torment, but there's always room for a few more permanent residents. Such tenacity, such ambition, such bravery. Such a pity we're going to skin you alive and feast on your intestines.
Dingetjes parkeren als een junk had. Waar is dit? Hier held. Primal. Oké, geen idee wat dat inhoudt.
Fools! Time is meaningless in the halls of torment. Whether it takes a day or 1,000 years, Sahan will be through.
Zo, nou de soul gems ook meteen even gevuld.
Where is the Amulet of Kings?
Where is the Amulet of Kings? This can all be over if you just tell me. You can finally rest. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Sai?
Have I been here 2 years? Or 2,000 years?
Who dares to defy the Duchess of Anguish? I will tear out your heart and make you feast upon it. What death do you prefer, mortal? Slow and painful or quick and painful? I think I'll kill you quickly, then resurrect you and kill you slowly. An eternity of agony. It will be glorious.
Sai's in pain. Release his bonds, quickly.
Waarom zal het nou ook niet meer uitmaken?
I do not know you. Why are you here? The Emperor? He lives? This day is filled with wonders. They tortured me for many months. Years, perhaps. But I did not break my vow. The amulet is hidden and safe. My strength is returning. Lead on.
You have done it, Vestige. Bring him through the portal quickly.
Hij is er hier ook goed, hè. Kijk, we hebben ook weer een crafting move.
Sai-Sahan lives. You've outdone yourself, Vestige. The minds of some men can endure hardships far greater than anything the Daedra can concoct. The forces of loyalty, honor, and friendship are powerful indeed. We must recover the Amulet of Kings, but only when Sai-Sahan has had time to recover. He is a man of great strength, but he will still need to rest after such an ordeal. Sai locked the amulet away in the ruins of San Kotor and entrusted the key to one of his close associates. But he can tell you himself. Speak with him. He's eager to meet his liberator. I'll contact you.
I owe you my life. My lord calls you Vestige. Strange name. Is it true your soul was taken from you? Stranger still. My people say that bravery and honor are the hallmarks of a great soul. Yet you have both of those things in great measure. I had begun to think that honor was a relic of the past. You give me hope. I cannot say. Physically, I am unharmed. But mentally, I feel a darkness in my heart. A weight on my soul. I do not know how long this emptiness will remain. I hid the amulet in a sacred catacomb protected by magical wards. The means of lifting these wards are in the keeping of my old mentor, Kasura. As soon as I am able, we must meet with her. I will try to rest, but I am a warrior. We cannot sit still for very long. I should certainly bathe before we meet with Kasura. I am unpleasantly fragrant. If she happened to be downwind of me, well, I would never hear the end of it. The path ahead of us is a dark one, but it pleases me to know that I shall walk the path with friends.
Toen is het allemaal... ik zou hem staan, maar dat is misschien niet verkeerd natuurlijk. Ik ben benieuwd of we meteen weer een update krijgen. Het zal wel super zijn als ik de hele questline eigenlijk een beetje achter elkaar kan doen. Dat ik meteen vanaf ben.
Oh, yeah. Ah, there you are. Come, we must talk.
Honor and faith to you, my friend. We are nearly ready to depart. My Lord Varren requested that Tharn and Snow Lily join us, for safety's sake. Though I have seen fewer places as tranquil as the Valley of Blades. An old friend Kasura dwells there. Before I was captured, I placed an enchanted ring in her keeping. The ring is a key of sorts. Without it, we will not be able to open the secret chamber where the Amulet of Kings lies hidden. She was my first mentor and instructor, a true master of blades. She still trains young swordsmen in the valley, though she deems worthy of her instruction. Swordsmanship, but much more than that. Her teachings revolve around a trinity of body, blade, and brilliance. The sword singers of old were said to be masters of all three. Oh, look,
that's cool.
I open a portal to hasten your journey.
Do you smell the scent of burning embers in the air? Oh, we may be in for a treat if Kasura is teaching the firewalk. The Abbey is just down the path. We're fortunate that my Lord Varren opened a portal for us. This landslide appears to have blocked the valley's only approach. I cannot say. I've never known these mountains to experience earthquakes. Strange. It is tradition for Redguard men to shave their heads, following a time of great trials. I shaved mine long ago, when I failed in the task to restore the lost tradition of the Sword Singers. Also, long hair gets in the way during battle. There is an old Redguard proverb. A man is only as great as the beard that wears him. A full and healthy beard carries with it a sense of great honor and wisdom. Also crumbs. Oh, a few have tried, but a fool and his fingers are quickly parted. The Abbey is just down the path. I cannot say. It is strange to return to these mountains. Memories of youth flood my mind, each one bringing its own sorrow or its own smile.
Oh, joy. We've been here less than 5 minutes and Sahan is already getting maudlin and weepy.
The Abbey burns! Quickly, we must find Kasura!
So much destruction. What could have done this?
I'm afraid I've seen this before. Keep an eye skyward, Titanborn.
I'm filled with dread.
Kasura!
Sahan. Intruders. Cultists. They attacked the Abbey. So many of my students
Kasura,
have fallen.
are you in? The Abbey is in ruins, Kasura. How could they?
Gigantic beast. Like nothing I've ever seen. Cultists. They're opening rift to oblivion.
No. Save your strength, Kasura. We will make them pay. I promise you.
What do you think? Trap?
It's only a trap if you don't know about it. I assume everything is a trap, therefore...
In the name of Molag Bal, come forth and destroy his enemies! Heed me, Daedric minions, and obey! Hosts of Oblivion, come forth and feast.
Returns.
Sahan and company at last. My pet has been waiting for you.
Eye skyward. Here it comes.
How many more of your friends must die, Sahan? Where is the Amulet of Kings?
Dat scheelt wel heel weinig. Oh. die niet eens doet, die Titan. Dat vind ik wel heel fout.
Well fought. Sai-Sahan travels with worthy companions. My injuries are not serious. What are a few more scars to an old warrior? Scars have the virtue of reminding us that our past is real. My students and my home have not fared half so well. I'm glad to see you, but curious why you are here. They did not find the Ring of Stendarr's mercy, but now that the King of Worms knows you are here, it is only a matter of time before he launches another attack. Indeed, atop the eastern stair is the secret entrance to the... Follow me. The hidden entrance will not be obvious.
Why would a crypt need a secret entrance?
It's a wonder there's an unplundered crypt in all of Skyrim. You Nords could learn a thing or two from the builders of Hammerfell.
Perhaps Hammerfell could also teach Nibene the virtue of good manners.
Here we are. Watch your step as you descend.
En ook hier krijgen we natuurlijk weer bezoekje.
Tread lightly. Few living have been permitted to walk among these honored dead. The Vard Hunding, son of Frandar do Hunding, Helhanse no Shira, the greatest of the Sword Saints. The hearth of every household in Hammerfell has a small alcove containing a copy of his father's greatest work, the Book of Circles. I can feel the presence of my ancestors whenever I come here. I am burdened with a great responsibility to honor their sacrifice and uphold their legacy. Along with some of the most renowned sword singers who ever lived, we must tread carefully and with great respect. We both thought it would be well protected in the Valley of Blades. The most gifted young swordsmasters of Hammerfell are invited to train with Kasura. The town was bristling with strength and steel before the Titans showed up. I cannot say. Perhaps someone told him of my past. Perhaps he pried the memory from me during my time in the Halls of Torment. Either way, I am to blame for the valley's destruction. No one I love will be safe until Mannimarco has been dealt with. And I shall need a proper weapon. Kasura said that my father's greatsword lies with the ring. It seems proper that I should wield it in his honor.
Okay.
It seems fitting that the Ring of Stendarr's by the sword of my father, Nazir Ataf-Sahan. I pledge myself to the destruction of Mannimarco and the liberation of Tamriel from the tyranny of the god of schemes, Molag Bal.
The ring is yours. Guard it well. I must return to my students to begin the long task of rebuilding. Thank you, but I cannot leave the Valley of Blades. I must bury the dead and tend to the wounded.
En dat is via Dolmen of via questen nu?
I knew you would lead me to the ring eventually. Give it to me.
Your presence defiles this place, Mannimarco.
Give me the ring, and I might spare your pathetic lives.
We struck down your Titan, and we'll strike you down soon enough.
Yeah, okay.
Titan was a prelude of what's to come if you continue to defy me.
Defy you? Your delusions of godhood are laughable, you ignominious corpse herder.
Well then, I'll simply take the ring from your corpses.
Blasphemy! How dare you raise the honored dead to fight your battle?
Ja, maar het zal denk ik ook steeds langzamer gaan de hoger level dat je bent. Ga ik even vanuit. Oh.
Look out! He's raising Raaba!
Nou, dus de alt. En tot morgen.
The next time you hide something from the most powerful necromancer in all of Tamriel, you might reconsider hiding it in a bloody tomb.
The fuck is dat met die cirkel? Auw. Ik schiet pas net op je, we zijn al de hele tijd op aan het slaan. Vlek erop. Jezus. Dat is ook wel heel erg onzin, hè? Magica. Nou, moet je natuurlijk ook allemaal killen.
Guard the ring.
Snel gebukt of wat? Oh nee. Oh, niet opnieuw te beginnen. Auw. Jezus. Look at my fireballs.
They must not get the ring!
Eerst eens even die weg. Cirkel aan.
Rest in peace. Honor dead.
Where are the souls of my ancestors? I will avenge Manamarco's blasphemy!
The ring is ours for the time being. Guard it well. You must return to the harborage and give it to Lord Warden. It will remain safe in his keeping until it is time to travel to Sancrator. Lyris, Abner, and I will remain here to help Kasura bury the dead and tend to the injured. Lord Warden has been observing our progress. He will open a portal for you to return. There it is, the top of the stairs. Go, quickly!
The damage is great, but if you had not arrived when you did, there would be nothing left to rebuild. Be safe in the coming days.
In my mind's eye, I witnessed your battle with... I witnessed the Titan's assault and sensed the deaths of many innocents. It is a great and terrible loss. Saisahan and the others will need time to aid Kasura.
Zo, allebei 9%, dus dat dan weer wel. Het geeft allemaal health, dus daar maakt het verschil niet uit. Just heavy, okay. Kijk, hem op companion. Ik moet die gaan levelen. Hier staat ook op die bar. Poison ammo, geloof ik, hè? Ja. Daar kunnen we nog niet bij. Dus het was op 38. Dus dat duurt nog wel even. is dat voor mij een slot? Is jij dat? Dat is een fighters kit. Ben jij van een slot? Ja. Moet je daar even neerzetten. Allemaal geen passives meer. Dus niet maar. Maar dat was Trap Beast, dat moet level 8 zijn. Oké. Meer kan ik echt niet. Wel stamina. Ja, 51% inventory, dus we gaan meteen terug mochten we een update krijgen. Yay!
Vestige, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to reclaim the Amulet of Kings. And so we've come full circle. I led the original 5 companions on a quest to reclaim the Amulet of Kings. At the time I told myself it was for the good of all Tamriel. I was wrong, and now all the perhaps. But I wonder, will history repeat itself, or rewrite itself? In truth, I fear using the amulet again. Its power is both great and terrible. Destiny can crush us by fulfilling our wishes just as surely. It was a holy city in the First Era, founded by Queen Alessia herself. It has since fallen into crumbling ruin. Before its capture, Saitahan hid the Amulet of Kings in the catacombs beneath the city. It is in the mountains of Calovia, the land of my youth. I have little memory of that time. My exposure to the Elder Scrolls stole much of the man I was.
Heb je een goeie.
The time has come for us to enter the catacombs of Sancretor. Do not underestimate the dangers that await us. In ages past, Sancretor was a place of light, but I fear that is no longer the case. We must be prepared for anything. I have been through much, but this body is tougher than the great oaks of Valenwood. I go with neither hope nor fear. It is useless to guess at a future that has yet to be written. You may hope if you wish, my friend. I will not judge. My Lord Warden will open a gateway to Sancretor. The amulet lies in a vault protected by powerful magic, a ward of Stendarr, the god of justice and mercy. Also, a god of well-earned luck. I thought this could not hurt. The catacomb. We should avoid the...
The portal is open. Go now. Return with the Amulet of Kings.
You could have hidden that amulet anywhere in Tamriel, and this was your first choice?
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Brilliant. Why is it that the people with the most ridiculous ideas are always the ones who are most certain of them?
Shut up,
Shut up, Tharn.
What brings you to Sancretor, old friends? Looking for an amulet, perhaps?
Minimarco, how did you find this place?
Do you really think I'd allow you to escape the halls of torment if I couldn't track your every movement?
Sai, no! Minimarco, stop! You're killing him!
Where is the Amulet of Kings? My master, Molag Bal, demands it!
Your master, please. You would use the amulet to betray Molag Bal.
Fool! When I ascended, you could have been at my right hand, Tharn. Instead, you chose to align yourself with mongrels and imbeciles. Now, you'll die with them.
You won't get away with this. Do you really think you can betray a Daedric prince?
With the Amulet of Kings, all things are possible. Nations will tremble and bow before me. I will be a god!
The Amulet of Kings will never be yours. It is protected by a ward of the Divines!
You mean your ward of Stendarr, god of merciful forbearance, patron of gutless, law-abiding dimwits? It won't even slow me down.
Minimarco has been watching our every move. We led him right... Minimarco may be powerful enough to break through Stendarr's ward eventually. If we can get to the shrines quickly and receive Stendarr's blessing, we can pass through the ward, but leave it in place. He may not be able to follow for some time. We must make our way to the inner courtyard.
Sai, are you well enough to continue?
Have no fear, Snow Lily. I am Redguard. We are like mountain bamboo. Far stronger and more flexible than we might appear.
I find it hilarious.
Through that gate lies the Crypt of Hero. We can enter if you wish, but it is a foul place where the dead are restless and angry.
Persistent, aren't you? Do you really think you can keep me from acquiring the amulet?
Amulet of Kings is under the protection of Stendarr's ward. It will never be yours.
Ah, Sai. You still don't understand, do you? My plan will succeed because of your ward of Stendarr. It will prevent Molag Bal from observing or interfering. By the time the ward is down and the amulet is mine, it will already be too late.
You're insane if you think you can betray the god of schemes.
Naive child. You know nothing. Chim El Adabal, the red diamond at the center of the Amulet of Kings, is the most powerful soul gem ever created. With the amulet in my possession, I will absorb Morlock Baal's power, reducing him to an empty husk of ethereal flesh. Then I will trap his essence within the gem. In time, the name Morlock Baal will be forgotten. In time, all of Tamriel will bow down before me. Soon, the god of schemes will have a new name. Manim Marco.
Oké. Dus die andere quest of zo. Weet ik alleen niet of ik daar weer terug uit kan komen. Oh, shit. Die moest ik dus net niet hebben. Eerst deze, dan klikken gooi. Dat helpt. Ja, komt wel hier mee uit. Dat is dan wel weer mooi. Zo hier waarschijnlijk. God weet wat hier allemaal nog komt.
Please, a moment, my friends. I must rest before we continue.
Sai, are you all right? That bastard really hurt you, didn't he? I swear to the gods, I'll take his head off.
I'll be fine, Snow Lily. I just need a moment to catch my breath.
Take all the time you need. I'll keep watch. If there's anything I can do, just name it.
An enchanting moment. I'll be over here bringing up my lunch.
You better keep an eye on me. I'm getting ready to punch Tharn again. Sai Sahan is nothing if not determined. He once told me that achieving victory is like wrestling an ogre. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when the ogre is tired. He'll see this through. Don't worry. Me? I'll chase Manamarco to the furthest corners of oblivion if I have to. Vengeance is a powerful motivator. And we're two of a kind. Stoic. Isn't that what people call us? Our hearts are connected, but we don't talk about our feelings. We don't even understand them ourselves. Maybe we'll talk about it someday, but today's...
Set's tears. I thought I could handle this. Manamarco's sorcery brought back all of the pain and doubt I felt inside the halls of torment. I have pushed my body much further than this. It is my mind that pains me. Manamarco filled my head with shattered memories. They're like broken glass. With every beat of my heart, they stab into me. That voice, Manamarco's voice, it taunted me over and over in an endless cycle for years on end. He never broke my will, but he broke something. I will make it through this, my friend. I did not endure years of torture in the halls of torment only to give up now. My pain has subsided. Let us make haste and finish this. We must consecrate the 2 shrines with Stendarr's blessing before the vault can be opened. The first shrine rests in the Dragon Guard tomb, where so many of my fallen comrades were interred. We must take care to respect their resting place.
Ik weet niet of dat een goed idee is met een necromancer die achter ons aan zit.
The shrine is on the far side of the room. Quickly, we must find our way across.
I have a surprise for you, Sai. Do you remember your fallen comrades from the Dragon Guard? I've taken the liberty of raising them, and they're quite anxious to see you.
Again, files the memory of the honored dead. I have no wish to disfigure the corpses of my old comrades of the Dragon Guard. We must consecrate the shrine. Stendarr, God of mercy, charity, and justice, empower us with your wisdom and vision. Help us to right the wrongs of this world through your grace and with your guidance. Encourage us as we smite the wicked and punish the unjust. Now, We have only to consecrate the second shrine before we can enter the vault.
You certainly did a thorough job hiding the amulet, Sai. Couldn't you have just stuffed it in a mattress or something?
The second shrine is in the chamber beyond. There is a trick to reaching it. A puzzle of sorts. I do not recall its solution. The altar is on the far side, but to reach it, the drawbridge must be lowered.
Yay.
A lever puzzle?
Ik ga aan de kant.
You did it! The bridge is down.
Dat is meer geluk dan wijsheid.
You really are starting to annoy me. Kill them!
Beseech you to lower your wards and grant us safe passage into the Vault of Kings.
Dat was dat. Oh, hallo.
Dank corridors, crumbling walls, nauseating smells. This place has all the charm of a Riften brothel. It must feel very much like home.
You mean
to
a crypt filled with the rotting corpses of inbred kings and failed statesmen? Must be what it's like at a Tharn family reunion.
Wauw. Die kist de ander nog vet hard.
Your pathetic efforts will not succeed. The Amulet of Kings will be mine!
I swear by Stendar's grace and the sword of my father, you will not win, Manamarco.
Soon, you will know the extent of my power and bow before me.
Oh boy.
Through the power of the Amulet of Kings, I will be transformed. All the nations of Tamriel will bow before me. They will worship me and beg for my mercy. All will know the name of Manimarco as their one true god.
You'll never get away with it, Manimarco. We'll fight you to our last breath.
By all means, my old friends. Try and stop me.
Dat is ook niet zo heel erg. Over het algemeen. Dat vind ik dan weer minder. Auw. Als jij mij gewoon eens even met rust laten zo.
There it is. The door to the Vault of Kings. The shrines have been consecrated in Stendar's name. Now you must use the Ring of Stendar's mercy to stand in the casting circle and direct the ring at the doors to lift the ward. The door should open. Look, the amulet. I can see it from here.
You are nothing. I am Manimarco.
Keep Manimarco occupied. I'll close the portal.
Ow.
portal. Focus on Metamarco.
Powerful necromancer Tamriel has ever known. This is merely a transition. My first step towards true immortality. Now witness my true power! Watch as I rise up from the grave and ascend to godhood!
Worm! You think you can betray the Lord of Brutality and Domination without consequence?
Uh-oh.
You will pay for your arrogance. You will writhe in agony for the rest of eternity. Your tortured screams will echo throughout oblivion to serve as a warning to others.
Everything Metamarco did was designed to pit us against each other. We can't let that happen. Look what we can accomplish when we work together.
How uncharacteristically optimistic of you, Titanborn. I may have that embroidered on a pillow.
The Divines gave you a nose for a reason, Tharn. So you can keep your mouth shut and still keep breathing.
Well played, Titanborn. Well played.
Ja, we hebben in ieder geval de Amulet of Kings.
It is done. The Amulet of Kings is ours once again. Metamarco will pay dearly for the rest of eternity. One cannot out-scheme the god of schemes without paying a heavy price. I cannot imagine the torment that awaits him. Sai-Sahan must rest, as must we all. We can sleep a little easier knowing the King of Worms has been defeated, but we cannot rest too long. Molag Bal is still a great threat, and the plane melt must be stopped, or this will all be for naught. I've not forgotten Vestige. It is another piece of the puzzle, and we shall address it in due time. But for now, let us rest and recover.
I will contact you soon. Waarschijnlijk voordat ik in de stad terechtkom. Unlock companions increased to 43. The Shadow of Sankretov. Oh, punt is cursor mode. Ah, dat had ik eerder moeten weten natuurlijk de UI proberen in te stellen.
Companions assemble once more. Travel to the harborage.
Ik dacht wel eens ook hier.
Welcome back, Vestige. News of Manimarco's demise spreads far and wide. Like worms, his followers burrow deep into the earth to escape the searing light of the coming dawn. As ever, straight to the point. You've done the impossible. The King of Worms has been consumed by the wrath of Molog Baal. The power of his worm cult is broken forever. That is the grim truth of the matter. But the Amulet of Kings is in our possession, and there is in my sleep. I hear his tormented screams, and Molog Baal forces visions of his eternal torture into my mind. I can show you exactly what I see, if you wish it. Behold the fate of the King of Worms.
Please, no more! It was a misunderstanding, Great One! Let me serve you! Let me prove my loyalty! No more, I beg of you!
Manimarco's torment will be endless. The god of schemes will use him to set an example. All who follow him will know you cannot hope to betray the greatest of betrayers. I cannot help but pity him, despite all he has done. But this is not why you were called here, Vestige. Come, Saisahan will speak with you first.
The greatest of the Sword Saints, Divad, tells us that destiny is a chain, forged one link at a time. Our chain is nearly complete. There is but one link remaining. It is you, my friend. You are the link. I will not bore you with effusive praise, but state it plainly. You are a great warrior and a trusted friend. And we would like to extend you an offer. When Emperor Varen first brought the 5 companions together, he did so in the hope of creating a Tamriel where all men could live freely and safely beneath one banner. The 5 companions failed, betrayed from within by one of our own, the Worm King Manimarco. All that came after was the result of one man's treachery. Now 4 of the 5 are reunited to right that great wrong, but destiny requires a 5th. We want you to join us as our 5th member. You were the champion we should have had with us back then. Don't look so grave. This is largely symbolic, but please, humor an old soldier. My lord, with your permission.
You needn't call me that anymore, Saisahan. We are equals now.
All those years ago, when we fought beneath our lord's banner to free the Empire from the Longhouse Emperors, we did so with a dream of freedom and peace in mind. Not just for the Empire, but for all of Tamriel. Together, we forged a fellowship stronger than any blade, only to see it shattered upon the rocks of deceit by one of our own. That fellowship is no more. Yet we 4 have assembled here, united by a single purpose. It is not vengeance that drives us, but truth and loyalty and justice. I, Saisahan, steward of the Abbey of Blades, call for the 5 companions to be reforged this day by the light of Stendarr and the heart of Lorcan. May our blade of fellowship be forged anew. And may the Vestige, our mutual friend and ally, become its tip, that we may thrust it straight into the heart of a Daedric prince.
Saisahan is right. You are the member that we should have had all those years ago.
It is as the scrolls foretold. The soulless one will become the brightest of 5 stars, and they shall guide us to the coming dawn.
Oh, please, you melodramatic sots. Fine, fine. If seeing one of your foolish prophecies come true will help to ensure the safety of the Empire, I'll play along.
We stand united once more. The 5 companions are reforged, and together we will strike down the God of Schemes!
Come here, my friend. I've got a few things I want to say before you go. It's been a long road, hasn't it? My father used to say that if you avoid all of life's abrasions, you'll never be polished enough to shine. We must be pretty damn shiny by now. I've been thinking about our adventures and the hardships we've faced together. We're in the last leg of this journey, aren't we? I don't regret any of it, but it occurs to me that we haven't had much of a chance to talk as friends. Where do you see yourself going after all of this is over? I mean, assuming we survive, get your soul back, and stop Molag Bal. Traveling is a humbling experience. You see firsthand what a small place you occupy in the world. Funny thing is, the farther you go, the harder it is to return. But when you do, if you do, you get to see the place you came from with new eyes. Me? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to Skyrim and settle down. Squeeze out a few whelps. Maybe raise sheep or grow cabbages. What? No! Can you imagine it? Lyris Titanborn, shepherd, farmer, housewife? I need to be out in the wind and wild. And if I ever find my life mate, he'll feel the same way. My turn. What's your one regret about all we've been through? You never get used to it. My father, he'll die over and over again for the rest of my life. Grief doesn't go away. You just learn to live with it. But I can live my life with his daring and spirit and joy. That way he'll never die. Oh, lots of things. Friends lost, missed opportunities, failed endeavors. Maybe the best we can hope for is to end up with the right regrets. I do regret not taking the time to get to know the people I fought with. I hope to change that. One last thing. You like mead? I knew I liked you. So, let's toast. To Molag Bal, that ugly skeever. May his privates be infected with brown rot fever. May our course be true and our hearts be brave, as we march into Cold Harbor to spit on his grave. Let's not forget the struggles that got us to this point. We're almost home. We just have a bit further to fight.
Are you all insane? You do realize what we need to do, right? We have to fight a Daedric prince. Amulet or no, this is going to mean more death. Vestige, come here. I'll tell you what they're afraid to mention. Getting all chummy with Titanborn? I enjoy the company of clever, well-informed people. You really should try it sometime. So, you felled the great Manimarco. Well played. You've done the The farmer doesn't thank the cow when it voids itself on the field, but it still makes the crops grow taller. I suppose it is, but that wasn't the reason for this heartwarming reunion. Varen and I have spoken at length since you recovered the amulet, and have determined our final course of action. Molag Bal. First, the plane meld must be stopped. Even now, forces gather and plan an assault on Oblivion itself. You must join them. Then, and only then, can you take the fight to Molag Bal himself, to restore protection to Nirn and reclaim your soul. I know more about the Daedra than any man or mer alive. For good or ill, my family has always kept ties with the forces of Oblivion, and this much I know. One cannot kill a Daedric prince. But we have the amulet. With the amulet in our possession, we may be able to wound him severely, and in the process force him to relinquish every last soul he has stolen, including your own. This is where your condition works to your benefit. The ritual we performed with the Amulet of Kings caused the soul burst and damaged the veil between worlds. If the damage is to be repaired, I must attempt the ritual again, this time with you. Only if we use it here on Nirn. But if we were to travel to Cold Harbor, we might be able to harness its power, imbue you with divine agency enough to challenge the Daedric Prince. But there is a price. Calling upon the power of the amulet in this manner will consume someone's soul, utterly. One cannot channel the power of the gods without paying such a price. Unfortunately, you don't have a soul to consume, and I am needed to perform the ritual. More specifically, one of our 3 companions. I suspect that's why they're so nauseatingly over-appreciative and fawning. Of course it is. The fact of the matter stands, however. One of the 5 will need to give their life to fuel this attack, when the time comes.
So you said before the vestige arrived. And I've already thought it over. I'll do it.
Snow Lily, no. You should not need to give your life this way. This is my duty. Penance for my numerous failures. This is my chance to make things right.
The scroll said nothing of this moment, and so I am not bound to their dictates. Vestige, I ask that you let me do this one thing. All that has happened was because of my hubris. I shall be the one.
Sire, you've done enough. This was Manimarco's doing, not yours.
As the one who will fight the Daedric Prince, the Vestige should decide.
I don't see you leaping to volunteer, Tharn. Saving your own backside again?
Hard as it may be, Lyris, don't be an idiot. I'm the only one who knows the ritual, and we don't have time to teach anyone else.
That's enough. It won't be decided here and now. Vestige, come here. I have some final words for you. It appears we have come full circle, Vestige. That millions of others may live, yes. Do not be troubled. Any one of us would gladly make such a sacrifice. As Tharn has said, there are already plans in motion to infiltrate Cold Harbor. You must be part of them. The chains that anchor us to oblivion draw us ever closer. They must be severed once and for all. When the plane meld has been thwarted and the dust has settled, the 5 companions will gather one last time to face our destinies. The god of schemes must be stopped, Vestige. That is the only thing that matters now.
Oh. Ik krijg geen portal. Gaat hij ook met ons mee?
So, going toe-to-toe with the big bad then, are you? Smashing. Good luck to you. This whole plane meld thing seems like a nasty business. I prefer my Cold Harbor with a bit less Tamriel in it, thank you very much.
Ik had wel verwacht dat ik al meteen een portal kreeg, maar...
Ah, good. I found you. Speak with me a moment, if you would. Greetings. I am Varnus Galarian, head of the Mages Guild. I have need of your assistance. Yes, it's high time Tamriel was free of Molongbal's grip. The Anchors, the Daedra, the Undead, they devastate our fragile mortal plane. I have a plan, and I need your help. I think you're the only one who can help me see this done. I want you to meet with Copper Daria, leader of the Ring of Daggers. She'll be at the Mages Guild in Daggerfall City. Even Emmerich's personal agents think my idea is sound. I'll be along shortly. I just have a few...
Nobody cares about us poor beggars.
About time you got here. Name's Daria, but my friends call me Copper. I head up the Ring of Daggers, the King's espionage agency. You're looking for Vanus, right? I'll eat sand before I give orders to the King's right hand. You want to help Vanus with his crazy plan? Be my guest. Really? Zet's tears you're as crazy as he is. I better get to work then. There are a lot of preparations to make. Vanus should be here shortly. I'll let him give you the details. Also, you owe me 10 gold. I'll collect later.
What?
So, what's the bet?
100 gold says there's an attempt on our lives within the week.
That's a sucker bet. The hidden armigers have hit us at least once a week for the past 3 months.
All right. 300 says that when the Dominion spies contact us, it'll be Cariel, not Razumdar.
Cariel? That wench knows better than to show her face around me. Mark my words, I'm going to have to hunt her down to slit her
And
throat.
after you do, that 300 gold will buy you enough ale to celebrate for a year.
I'll take that bet.
And share the ale if you win. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do.
Apologies for my lateness. Thank you for coming so quickly, Champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has come to take the fight to Cold Harbor. But this places us in a delicate political position. Trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces, and if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it as a betrayal. For both guilds, our neutrality is our strength. We can't afford to take sides. The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all 3 alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Cold Harbor without making themselves vulnerable. I want to bring all 3 leaders together, maybe cut a deal. You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected, you have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they leap at each other's throats. In short, you're the perfect diplomat.
Yeah.
I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. I can get you an audience with each leader and provide magical transportation. You just need to convince them to travel to Stirk. That's all I ask. I'll open the portal. I think it's best that I travel with you and make introductions as a neutral party. That might make things easier.
Watch yourselves, outsiders. Give us a good reason and the armigers will cut you down where you stand.
We'll burn you.
And shatter you.
Any questions? I didn't think so.
Silence, Thrush. Master Galarian, please continue.
My companion hopes to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
I have heard tales of this one. The Skald King favors the bold, even among his enemies. Come, champion, let us speak. I will stay your execution since you came all this way. But choose your words carefully. I'm not a patient king. Yes, well, I am both suspicious and curious. If you are an assassin, though, get on with it. But remember this, you're coming to Sovngarde with me. To fear death is to fear life. I am Nord. When my time comes, I will embrace it. Sovngarde will be glorious. No meetings, no schemes. But you're not here to talk philosophy. What do you want? Who? The 3 alliances? Has magical travel rattled your brain? Speak plainly. What do you ask of me? Where the All Flags army was born. If the other leaders agree, I will attend. If nothing else, it should make a good story. Now leave me before my dinner gets cold.
That went well, I think. Eldenroot. We should have a somewhat warmer reception there, as I have known Queen Irene for quite some time. That being said, I expect that she'll be accompanied by Greatly esteemed Queen Irene Arana Aldmeri, it is my great honor to present to you...
Varnus, you're so formal. I remember the patience and kindness you showed an awkward, freckled waif all those years ago on fair Somerset. You captured this child's heart then, and it remains with you to this day.
You warm an old man's heart, my queen. I remember well those halcyon days.
As do I, my old friend. Sorry about all these guards. I'm told they're necessary. These are dark days.
A wise precaution, my queen. My counsel would be no different. If you'll permit it, my companion would like to speak with you.
Ah, yes. Let me meet this hero I've heard so much about. It's not often the heroic deeds of one who by all rights should be considered a mortal enemy reach my ears. Come, let's talk. Varnus is a dear man. In many ways, he is family to me. Since he has given you his trust, I'm willing to set aside our differences. But under different circumstances, you and I would be sworn enemies. Well spoken and point taken. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to meet you. Your exploits are legendary. A true champion is like a stone cast upon the waters of history. The ripples it creates travel far and wide. Humility is a noble thing, but you must also remain strong and self-assured. A true champion is also history's pawn, and history is a cruel and unfeeling master. But enough philosophy. What did you wish to speak with me about? And you need all three of the Alliance leaders to attend this meeting. A bold suggestion. I like it. Very well. I make no promises with regards to the negotiations themselves, but I will attend. That much I promise.
Moet niet met de gast praten.
I didn't think it possible. Well done! We must return and begin the preparations. We have much to do. Come.
Tell the lovely Copper Daria that this one looks forward to seeing her lithe figure in her tight leathers.
Wow, guys.
All three leaders have agreed to join us on Stirk. Now comes the tricky part. Individually, the leaders are rational, even reasonable. But get them together and... well, you'll see soon enough. Everything's been prepared. Are you ready to travel? Please, the Alliance leaders are waiting.
Die wachten maar tot de volgende keer. Want deze jongen gaat lekker zijn badge opzoeken. Nou, iedereen bedankt voor het kijken vandaag. Bedankt voor de chat. Bedankt voor de follows. Morgenavond zijn we er weer rond de klok van 6:30. Wat is het morgen? Dinsdag. Bij weer elders school. Morgen is het helemaal dinsdag. Komt mooi uit. Kunnen we lekker verder met deze questline. Deze afmaken. En dan kunnen we gewoon terug naar Weerrest. En misschien eens beginnen met questen. Daar ben ik nog helemaal niet op toegekomen. Voor nu in ieder geval nog een hele fijne avond. Alvast wat rusten en wellicht tot morgen.